Tuesday, November 6, 2018. Today, midterm elections take place. A lot of people are rushing to the polls and casting their ballots for the elections, including many first-time voters. Young voter turnout rates are typically low, especially in midterm years, but this year, early voting data suggests a different story. With all of the protesting and activism we've seen in 2018, we now have one of the most politically active groups of young Americans in history. And the candidates are taking notice. These campaigns have been the most expensive midterms that the United States has ever had, and a lot of that money has gone to targeting young voters. They put campaign ads just about everywhere. In front of our schools, around the polling places, and even in our phones. What do you do to target young voters?
Well, I'm running for state senate in District 16, and I think the appeal that libertarians have for young voters is that we're not Democrats and we're not Republicans. Our experience is that many people that are just now registering to vote, becoming of age, don't identify with the old parties because they're too much of the status quo, and they see too much squabbling and factionalism and antagonism between the two parties. And for me, my appeal, I try to appeal to young people because I'm almost 70 years old, so it's kind of difficult. Thankfully, I have a granddaughter that I can kind of identify with. But I try to use social media as much as possible.
And how do you guys campaign to young voters?
We, like anybody else, have kids ourselves, right? And our neighbours' kids, a lot of them are just turning, 18. So we talk to our neighbours and try to get the kids engaged in the political process. There's lots of different ways you can get involved. You can pass out flyers, you can canvass, you can make phone calls. There's a lot of different ways. But ultimately, it's really about connecting with the kids through parents for us.
Did you vote this morning?
I did vote this morning. It's important for young people to vote so that we really get what we want, accomplished in the legislature, and we get our voice heard in the government.
Did you vote this morning?
No, I'm going to vote tonight though. We're the next generation, so we have to be able to decide who's going to represent us.
Did you vote today?
I did vote today. It is important for young people's voices to be heard, and it is our civic duty.
Political awareness is on the rise as Democrats are fed up with the GOP's majority in Congress. Early voting and exit poll data suggests that Democrats have gained more seats in the House than the last midterm elections, but it's still too early to tell if they'll get enough to flip the House. That's a wrap.